down, goals edition. Put a finger down if you've ever set goals and not achieved them. Put a finger down if you've ever set New Year's resolutions and gotten midway through January and just kind of forgot about them. Put a finger down if you're watching this video because you want to learn how to achieve your goals. Well, looks like we're all here for the same things. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Mara, I am back with a new video. First of all, I want you to know that it's okay to have set goals or resolutions and not to have achieved them. It's totally fine, it happens all the time. In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 steps on how to set your goals, achieve them, and keep them sustainable. Whether you're watching this video in the new year or you've just kind of done some reflecting and decided to start setting goals, I'm going to share with you my personal method on how I set my own goals and make sure that I can put systems in place to continue to achieve them. The 3 steps that I follow are to set your goals, second of all, to manifest them, and then third of all, to track your goals so that you make sure you're not falling off. So let's talk about setting your goals first. Personally, I love to write down lists. Now you can write them down physically by hand, or you can write them on your phone in the Notes app, or whatever which way you choose. Find a place that you know will be safe, that you can easily access. You want to write it on a Word doc or something on your computer that you can easily go back to and double check your goals, remind yourself of them, and refer to them. For setting your goals, you want to be as specific as you can, and this is going to help you achieve them in full. If you're sort of broad and vague with your goals, it's going to be harder to figure out what you actually want, what you actually mean while you're trying to achieve that goal, and it's going to be hard to figure out when you've actually achieved that goal. So try and be specific as possible. Also try and write down your goals in a way that they're measurable, and what I mean by that is bring in numbers, bring in some sort of timeline, some sort of tracking system. So for example, don't just write work out more. You can write, I want to work out 3 to 4 times a week. That way, that's going to help us later in our tracking step to ensure that there's a way to measure your goals, there's a way to keep yourself accountable, and there are simple and attainable expectations that you set for yourself in order to help you reach your goals. Next, let's move on to manifesting. I personally believe in the power of manifesting, putting it out into the universe, reminding yourself of your goals constantly in your visions and your dreams. One fun way to do this is to make a vision board. I love making vision boards. I made one last year and I just made one this year as well. A vision board is just kind of a visual manifestation of all of your goals. It's kind of like a poster, and you put pictures or words or mantras or quotes on there that symbolize your goals, remind you of your goals, and it's just kind of nice to see on a daily basis, because every time you look at your vision board, it's going to subconsciously remind you of your goals, and that will help in focusing yourself on your goals. Now, if you want a full YouTube video on how I make a vision board, I'd love to make one because, like I said, they're so fun and I love to do them. There's many ways you can do it. You can clip out pictures and text from magazines and tape it or glue it on a piece of paper. You can print out pictures that you found on Pinterest or Google Images and print those out on a paper as well and kind of assemble it yourself. The way I did it this year is I have a Pinterest account, so I made a Pinterest board and I just kind of searched things on Pinterest that aligned with my goals, for example, working out or cooking, and I added them to my board. And then what I did is I used canva.com, which if you don't know Canva, it's amazing. You can create a lot of cool things for free. It's great if you're a student or if you're just a creative. I created my vision board on Canva by using the pictures that I found on Pinterest, and I just kind of found the ones that kind of fit my aesthetic, and I put them on Canva, and then I downloaded it and saved it as my desktop picture. You can print it out, you can put it as your phone screen, you can put it as your desktop screen. Anywhere that you look frequently, you're gonna want to put your vision board. This is what my vision board looks like. I tried to make it somewhat aesthetic-y. I also added this nice aesthetic picture of myself because I just think it's cool to see yourself reflected in your vision board. And I added a couple of quotes, just kind of reminders for myself, positive affirmations. Every picture on here symbolizes something for me. It might just look like it's part of the aesthetic, but really you could point to anything on this vision board and I can tell you the deeper meaning behind it. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else as long as it makes sense to yourself. But yeah, let me know if you want a tutorial on making a vision board because it would be so much fun. I'll link down below Lily Singh's tutorial on how to make a vision board if you want. Hers is really helpful as well. Another way that you can help manifest your goals or your dreams into your subconscious is to follow more accounts on social media, on whatever you use, that pertain to your goals or your lifestyle. So if you want to learn more about investing, then follow some accounts about investing. If you want to learn more workout routines and follow fitness people on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. I think it's important to curate your feed so you're not just mindlessly scrolling on social media, but you're actually kind of curating it in a way that you can benefit from it and you can learn from it in a sort of subconscious or automatic way. You're not going out and seeking information so actively. It's just kind of showing up on your feed and you might learn something new. The third step is to track your goals. This is super important because if you are not keeping track of your goals, it's so easy to fall off. It's so easy to revert back to your old habits. It's so easy to have time just pass by and you look back at what you did with that time and you realize that you can't really pinpoint what exactly you were doing and when you were doing it and how often you were doing it. So tracking your goals is super important for the sustainability, the longevity, and seeing your goals achieved in the long term. One way you can do it is keep track in your planner. I write my to-do list for the next day every night, and I've really been loving doing this. I'll automatically write down things I want to get done, for example, workout or cook dinner or something like that. I only cross it off when I've achieved it. So if you want to keep track in your planner that way, you can look back on all the days in your planner, see what you crossed out and see what you didn't get done. You can also on the calendar spreadsheet or any calendar that you have, if you have a whiteboard calendar or a digital one, just kind of mark the days with dots according to what you achieved. For example, if you want to go to the gym more, draw a blue circle on all the days that you went to the gym, and then you can look back on the month and see how often you actually went. Another thing you can use is a habit tracker. This is what a habit tracker looks like. It's mainly to keep track of habits for a month. You can write down here what habits you want to keep track of, and then every single day you can color in a square, and that way you can see at the end of the month how often you actually held up to these habits. I think this is a super cool way to keep track because it's literally like keeping your personal data on your habits, and you can look back and look at how you actually spend your time, how often you did things. I'll leave a link down below with the printable habit tracker template so you can print one for yourself and start tracking your habits. Another reason tracking your habits or goals is super important is because you can set goals. You don't know if it's going to be too high or too low, but once you start tracking it and you can review how you're actually performing and you can see what's realistic for you, you can sort of adjust your goals to be more realistic, to challenge yourself more, or to be more sustainable. For example, if your New Year's resolution is to go to the gym 3 times a week and you're tracking it in your habit tracker and you find that you've actually been going 4 times a week, then maybe you adjust your goal to say go to the gym 4 times a week or go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week to help challenge yourself and to help achieve your full potential. I think it's important when tracking your goals and your habits to take it day by day or week by week, because it's so much easier to focus on small change, to focus on the smaller picture, and those all will add up into larger results. Those are all my methods for how to achieve your goals, your New Year's resolutions. I hope they were helpful to you. Remember that you can do anything you set your mind to. You just have to be disciplined enough and keep yourself inspired. And I hope these tips kind of help jumpstart your goal setting or taught you something new. So now you're ready to go out and achieve all your goals. I wish you all the best of luck. You got this. Just keep going. Even if you have setbacks or if you feel like you underperformed, just keep going. But thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below any helpful tips you have for setting your goals and keeping track of them and keeping up with them. Let me know what your goals are in the comments down below as well. I made a video about my New Year's resolutions. Check that out in the link down below and the cards above. And hopefully we can achieve our goals together and keep each other accountable. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!